Hi guys, welcome back to Sam's Life with a Husky. Today is Tuesday, March 28th, I think. We are out walking. It is probably about, I don't even know, I didn't even look. It's probably about 1 o'clock in the afternoon. And we are walking a little later than usual for a day off. But that's because the roads were soaking wet this morning. We did have a little bit of snow flurries this morning. But it has since stopped. It's 42 degrees Fahrenheit right now. And I've basically been doing house chores all day. And I said, you know what? The road looks dry enough. I mean, he's still filthy because of all the mud, but it's better than it would have been at 10 o'clock this morning. We were out walking because I needed a break from the house chores. And yeah, I really didn't know what I was going to talk about until I finished listening to this podcast by Roots and Refuge. And it really made me think. It was their third podcast. I'm behind on all the things, guys. So, yeah. But it was their third podcast, and it was explaining their 5-year plan and why they did the 5-year plan. And it got me thinking, like, I know what I want. I know I want when I want it. Now, of course, but realistically, in a couple years. But I don't have it laid out. Like, I don't have it mapped out. I know I want to get some land. I don't know whether I want raw land or whether I want land that is already partially developed. There's just a lot of factors. Like I know what animals I want on that said land that I know will take a few years to come along. But like I haven't outlined it, and it's just making me think. Like, it's one of the things that I like about Roots and Refuge is the way they put things into words makes you think, and it's not in a bad way. Yes, does it hurt to hear some of these things, like to hear the success of someone else? Yes, it does hurt, but it's available for everyone, even me. Like I can do all these things. I can get all these things done. And you guys know, like I've said it multiple times in the last couple of weeks, like this year, 2023, has been really hard for me. The universe has been testing me in every possible way, pushing me down, forcing me to struggle to get back up. And I get back up. I may be a little banged up, a little bruised, but it makes it more difficult to realize that your dreams are possible. By the way, Ghost is here. He's actually being a very good boy and walking in a heel without even being told. So, but yeah, the universe has been testing me quite a bit this year. I had fun last year. It was a rough year last year, but it was a fun year. Like I had lots of fun last year. And fun is good unless it gets you off track of your goals. And I got off track. I got off track last year. So this year, the goal was to fix that. So in order to fix what got me off track last year, I needed to get back on track this year, which means paying off debt, which means doing independent contractor work properly, meaning paying my taxes quarterly, sending in tax money to the federal government quarterly. I'm not worried about state. You never owe as much to state as you do to the federal government. And I've started doing that. I'm actually a little behind because of the fact that I wasn't doing this last year. Paying off regular debt, paying off credit cards. I am not, mind you, I am not against credit cards. A credit card is fine in emergency situations or to help you build your credit. That is fine. But there is a time when you should not need a credit card. You do not need a credit card to go to a fast food joint, which I have almost completely knocked out of my diet, by the way. But I want to pay off my credit cards. I have 2 credit cards and I want 1. So that is something I need to do this year that I was supposed to do last year. So the goals last year was to pay off debt, pay off the credit card debt. I wasn't focused on the car last year. I was focused on credit card debt. And I didn't do that. I actually used my credit cards a couple times last year. And I wasn't making big enough payments. I could have made bigger payments, and I just didn't. And then this year was to pay off the car with the spare money I had since my credit cards were paid off. And now I'm just kind of stuck in a hole because now I am paying off my credit cards and my car at the same time. You guys see that? Look at him. I can't zoom in. Yeah, we have white squirrels, guys. His mouth, you can't see him now. His mouth was full of leaves. He's building his nest, or her nest. So yeah, that's what I'm doing this year. I am paying off debt that should have been paid off last year because I got off track because I was too busy having fun. So that is not happening this year. The goal this year was also to buy a laptop so that way I did not have to deal with my very old computer. I'm still dealing with said very old computer. It still takes me forever to edit because my computer is so slow. But yeah, so that's what we're doing. And this year I am now battling with some personal things. So it is a year of getting things done in an impossible amount of time. But you know what? What I thought was impossible, I've already completed. I didn't think I'd be able to pay my taxes quarterly because of obstacles, but I've already made my first payment. So we have success. So my thing is going to be within the next week, 2 weeks, maybe a month, I'm going to slowly but surely write up my 5-year plan, because if you don't write it down and you don't have your steps to guide you, then you're going to get off track like I did last year, and it's going to completely throw off your plan. Come on, Ghost. Can't sniff things all day long. We've gone over this. So, 5-year plan. Who's got it? Who does 5-year plans? What are your plans for the next 5 years? Let me know. Let me know down in the comments. Let's have a conversation about this. Has anyone done it before? I didn't grow up in a family that did 5-year plans. I grew up living day by day, which is fine for a short period of time, but you can't do it forever. You know, you gotta do what you can do, but still get stuff done. And that's my plan. We haven't walked this way in quite a while, so he is being extra sniffy. We should have just walked straight home, shouldn't we have? Silly ghosters. But anyways, guys, that is what is on my mind today. Building a 5-year plan. So my brain is mush. I do have to edit a video, which will help get my brain on track. But I already have plans. Like, I already have ideas of how to build out this 5-year plan. Now, it's not going to be in a year I'm going to do this. It's going to be in a year I'm going to accomplish this by doing these said things to accomplish this main thing. There's always mini goals to accomplish larger goals. And I have talked to you guys about this before. I am going to have a notebook that outlines everything. Now, it's going to be a little weird because we're like a quarter of the way, just over a quarter of the way into this year. Because I'm going to start it from this year. But it's not even April yet. So, I think it should be okay. Look at that, guys. The sun's trying to come out. So the 5-year plan is going to start this year, 2023. And we are going to make it a better year. The universe has been fighting me this entire year, and I have gotten back up every single time. And I'm going to continue to get back up. Nothing's going to keep me from my dreams. And they shouldn't keep you from yours either. Create a 5-year plan. Create some goals. Write them down. And then work towards those goals. Put them in the forefront of your mind at all times. Yes, things will get discouraging. Trust me. I am approximately 2 years behind of my original goal. Everything that I'm planning, I wanted to have 2 years ago, but I was blinded and followed someone else's goals, telling myself that they were in line with my own when they really weren't. And now I'm fighting to get them back. And I haven't been very good about it. So now I have a plan. I'm driven. I'm putting myself back on task. And if that means that I don't hang out with my friends as often as I used to, that's fine. Am I completely cutting them out of my life? No. I'm just not going to see them every single day. I'm not going to see them 4 days a week. I might only hang out with them 1 day a week, but you know what? That's okay. And if they're not okay with that, then they'll eventually fall away. And that's okay. I'm okay with that. I need to live for me and do what makes me happy. And will I support them if they have ideas and dreams? Of course. And I hope they support me as well. But if they don't, that's okay. We are going to live our life and follow our dreams. We are not going over to the school, sir. He wants to go to school. But anyways, this was a real life talk video. But that's okay. Everything is okay. Everything is going to happen the way it's supposed to happen. Everything always does. If you don't believe that everything happens for a reason, I don't know what you believe in. If you have your own beliefs, that's okay. But I am doing me, and I hope everyone does their own thing as well. Like, subscribe, and share. Thank you so much for watching. And we will see you in that next video.